This is section 3.4, and it is about quadratic inequalities. We're going to be doing these on the calculator, so graphically, but we will sketch some things so that we can read our answers that way, typically. So here's some steps. You might need to, in some cases, rewrite so that you have greater than or equal to, or greater than or less than 0. So that 0 is on one side and everything else is on the other side. You're going to graph that and determine any x-intercepts, and then we'll locate the x values where we're either above or below the x-axis, and then we'll solve the inequality. So let's try one of these. Your original question is 2 plus x is greater than or equal to x squared. So I rewrote that, bringing the x squared to the left, so I have negative x squared plus x plus 2 greater than or equal to 0. Put the left side in y1, put the right side in y2. So that's what your screen would look like. I'll make that a little bit bigger. So that's what the screen looks like when you put it in your calculator. Then when you hit graph, you should get a picture like this. Now you don't have the color or the highlighting, but that's the picture you get. So you're going to find the x-intercepts, and so if nothing is here, you're looking for this and this. Now we want to look at the original. It had greater than or equal. If it has equals in there, we should, in our sketch, put closed-in circles where it crosses the x. All right, because that's going to help us remember that if it's closed circles, we're going to put things in brackets in our solutions. All right. Also, greater than means we're going to look above the x-axis. Less than would be lower than the x-axis. All right, so we're saying, where is this thing greater than 0? Well, greater than 0 is above the x-axis. So that's this piece right here. Now, if we find our x-intercepts, remember that we can do that by doing second calc number 5 and hit enter 3 times. And that's the format for finding x-intercepts if you have y2 to be 0. And so on this one, we would find that over here we have x equals 2. Over here we have x equals -1. So our solution is already drawn for us. It is from here to here. From x equals -1 to x equals 2. Closed circles means we'll put our solution in brackets. Now, if your answer has to be put in inequality notation, you could write it like this. X is between -1 and 2, and it'll always be pointing to the left on your arrows if you write it like that. Okay? All right. This information, make that a little bit bigger. So graphically what we're looking at, if it's greater than 0, it's either going to be up above the x-axis, which means there would be 0 x-intercepts. It touches the x-axis, which would be 1 x-intercept. And it's crossing and going through, that would be 2. Likewise, if it opens down and it's here, you've got the same kinds of deal of pictures. It's just it's going down instead of up. Okay, and this is for when it's less than 0. Where is it less than 0? Down here. All right, let's go look at the problem set and see what we have. All right, in this one, you're given a graph. We're supposed to solve, where is f of x greater than 0? Where is it less than 0? All right, so we would, if we were doing this, we would put an open circle at both of those because we don't have the equals under there. We know that at this point x is equal to 4, and over here x is equal to 2. All right, so if we're looking for where it's above, greater than is above, so we got that piece and we got that piece. And then less than would be this piece in here that's below. All right, so if we're looking for the yellow parts, what is that? That's where x is less than 2 and x is greater than 4. And if we look over here, that says that, okay? The other one that we had on our notes was one solid piece. But when you have two different pieces, you might have something like this. So just think about what you're looking at. You're looking for this yellow piece, everything this way, x is less than 2. Everything this way, x is greater than 4. Now, for this part, x falls between 2 and 4, arrows parting to the left, no equals underneath. Okay? Let's do the same thing on number 2. We're finding where it's greater than or equal to and less than. So that's two different things. So the first part, we've got closed circles right here. And we know that over here, I'm going to write it in red, x is 5/2. And over here, x is -4. And we're looking for greater than or equal to. So that would be here to here. And we're supposed to put that in interval notation. So remember that if it's closed circles, we have brackets. So we're going to have a bracket from -4 all the way to 5/2 and close with a bracket. All right, so that would be that part. Now, for the second part, where is it less than 0 but no equals? So we have open circles there. That means we're going to have some parentheses. And where is it less than? That's these pieces down here. All right. And so remember that all the way to the left is negative infinity and all the way to the right is positive infinity. So if we're writing this solution, we go from here up to here. Then we have a break, then we start here and we go to here. It's always about the x. So we have negative infinity to -4 and 5/2 to infinity. So that would be our answer for number 2. Number 3. Now we don't have a graph. And we're going to do this one by putting it in our calculator. So let me grab the calculator. Okay, let's clear anything that's up there. Remember, we're going to put this in y1 and this in y2. All right, so we'll go here and we'll put x squared minus 5x minus 6 and y2 to be 0. We'll hit graph. I must have changed the window, so let me do a zoom 6, see what we get. All right, and I can't see the bottom, but that's really not important. I'm interested in these. So let's see if I can put this here. I did. Okay. So I need to figure out, all right, it's less than, so I'm going to have open circle here and here. I need to find those numbers. So you're going to do second calc 5, which is intersect, and we'll just hit enter 3 times. -1, 0. So over here we have x equals -1. Now to do the other one, second calc 5. Now before you hit enter, you want to use your right arrow and move along the graph to get over to that other side. Just want to get where you're close to it. You don't have to be on it. We're going to hit enter 3 times. and we get a positive 6. So this one is x equals 6. We're talking about below, so we know that's this, and that did connect down there. And so we have from what to what? From -1 to 6. It does say type in inequality, so that's not the interval notation. So we have that x is between -1 and 6, and that would be our solution. All right, same thing for number 4. M squared plus 2m is greater than or equal to 24. So we're going to go here to y equals, and we're going to use x. So we've got x squared plus 2x minus 24, because I had to move that over. Let me get, I think I should have just cleared this. Okay, because I didn't clear that, sorry. X squared plus 2x minus 24. All right. All right, let me put this here. Okay, so remember that you moved that over and you had m squared plus 2m minus 24 greater than or equal to 0. All right, so we know that because it's greater than or equal, we got closed circles, and we need to find these two values. So when we go up here, second calc 5, 1, 2, 3, just first one it'll pop 2. So that's x equals 4. All right, x equals 4 over here. Then we repeat it, second calc 5, and we move this way. It is coming back up. All right, and we'll hit enter 3 times. And we have -6. So x equals -6. And we are talking about greater than, so it's above. So those two pieces, there's a break. We're using interval notation because we have closed circles. Remember, we're going to have a bracket. All right, so let's put our answer here. This goes from -infinity, and there's +infinity. Always a good idea to just write those in your graph. It'll help you decide from here to here and here to here. All right, -infinity up to -6. The number gets a bracket. This always gets parentheses. And starting at 4 and going to infinity. So this is going in that box. Okay. All right. Number 5. Okay. You can put this in just like it is if you just add the 4 to the other side. So you don't have to do your distributing. If we put it in like that, we should be good. So let's go over here and let's clear this guy out. And we have x parentheses x minus 4 close plus 4. All right, that should do that. And we hit graph. All right, now this is interesting. Let's put this picture here. All right. So we're talking about greater than or equal to. So we have this, and we're talking about above. And because it's a closed circle, it includes that one point there. So can you see that all real numbers, because this is everything. This is -infinity up to this number, and from this number to +infinity. It's everything. If that had been an open circle, we'd have had a break there, but we don't. Okay. Number 6, same idea. I'm going to put that one in. Clear that one out, and we're going to have x parentheses, x minus 2, close, minus 3. Graph. Okay, and we're going to find those, and I think we've gone over that quite a bit. So we know we have closed circles, and when you do your calculations, you would find that x is 3 and x is negative 1. We're finding above again, so we got that. So our solution, now we're not in interval, we're in inequality notation. So in this one, x is everything to the left of negative 1 and everything greater than 3 and equal to those. So we're going to be right here. Number 7, same way, and it does say to use interval notation. When you go in, you're going to do the same thing. Clear this, x squared plus 5x plus 6, graph. I'm going to do a zoom 4 so that I can see that a little bit better, because it's kind of hard with that small window. And because you can see that then there is a break there, and we've got open circles, so we have an open circle there and an open circle there, and you would find that that's negative 3 and that's negative 2, and we're talking about less than, so we are talking this piece that's below and in between those numbers, so it would be from negative 3 to negative 2 with parentheses because of the open circles. So I think that will get you through inequalities, quadratic inequalities, and really use your calculator to help you in working through this. Get used to doing the sketch, and that will be helpful for you.